we come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now.
Busta Rhymes is now the center of viral controversy after a former bodyguard reportedly made shocking claims, calling him a super zest monster. And those are the bodyguard's exact words. The story has taken social media by storm, with multiple layers continuing to unfold every day. The initial claims point to strange behavior in VIP sections, with the bodyguard alleging that Busta made unsettling requests involving young men during private club nights. But that's just scratching the surface. Orlando Brown has now entered the picture, alleging that Busta was one of several industry figures who manipulated him behind the scenes, adding fuel to an already chaotic situation. And it doesn't stop there. 50 Cent has thrown gasoline on the fire by posting cryptic jabs on social media, hinting at Busta's secret lifestyle in a way that has fans speculating like crazy.
She put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down, and it looked like some gay act that was going on. He got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said the same thing to he said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is gonna do anything with y'all, no business at all. It ain't gonna be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly at a new station.
Wow.
That's the power he had.
Following that, several men have stepped forward, sharing stories of alleged inappropriate advances by Busta Rhymes, describing moments where he reportedly tried to pressure them into exclusive parties and private gatherings. The situation has nothing to do with someone's orientation. The issue being called out here is the industry pattern of men hiding behind a tough image while allegedly crossing lines behind closed doors. This growing trend of double lives is catching up with more artists, and fans are now demanding accountability. According to multiple insiders, whispers about Busta's behavior have circled the music scene for years, but only now are these rumors breaking into the public spotlight, and the reaction has been intense. What exactly did Orlando Brown and 50 Cent say that's bringing all this attention? Are there real receipts behind these claims? And more importantly,
shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
And alleged.
What, if anything, happened involving younger male fans? Let's not forget, back in 2006, Busta made headlines for an explosive outburst. According to the New York Post, a male fan approached him at an event to offer congratulations on a career comeback. But instead of gratitude, Busta allegedly lashed out, shouting a homophobic slur and telling his bodyguard, "I hate effing slur, man." And it didn't end there. Back in 2007, Busta Rhymes was asked about homophobia in hip-hop, and his response raised eyebrows. When pressed on whether the culture would ever embrace an openly gay rapper, Busta replied that based on what he represents culturally, he doesn't support homosexuality in any form. Then mid-interview, he got up and walked out, shutting the entire conversation down. Fast forward to today, and the irony is impossible to ignore. Now, multiple allegations suggest that Busta might be living a double life, one where he hides his real identity while projecting aggression toward others. And this isn't just about orientation, it's about alleged misconduct and double standards in the public eye. Because here's where the real problem lies, not in someone's personal preferences, but in the pattern of allegedly expressing that desire in harmful, deceptive, or aggressive ways.
So when I walk across the street to the crowd, I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. So I look, you know, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. Just diamonds iced out. I look at the chain and I know what flip mode is, so I look up. Now all this happened in split seconds. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
The accusations floating around Busta Rhymes claim he may have made inappropriate advances, shown violent behavior toward both women and male ex-workers, and used his status to silence uncomfortable truths. Now let's rewind to the early 2000s, when the whispers about Busta's private life first hit the airwaves. Who brought the heat back then? None other than Wendy Williams. She didn't hold back when it came to exposing what she called homo thugs in the industry. And Busta's name allegedly came up more than once. Word on the street is that Wendy had a long list of DL rappers and encouraged listeners to call in with what they knew. One particular caller dropped a bombshell, claiming that after a private moment with Busta at a New York club, things turned violent. The caller said he got punched in the face right after going down on Busta, and was then warned to keep quiet about it. That moment supposedly took place in one of the known venues where rappers would discreetly link up with gay men, though Busta allegedly made moves behind the scenes to get the recording of that radio call erased from the internet. Wendy's longtime listeners still remember that episode like it was yesterday.
They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad, like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope.
Let's also not forget that Wendy Williams was one of the first major voices to speak openly about Diddy's rumored double life. And in her case, she brought serious receipts to back up what she was saying. Now, people are wondering if what she revealed back then was just the beginning of an even bigger story across hip-hop. When Diddy reportedly caught wind that Wendy Williams had a photo of him with another man, things escalated quickly. According to insiders, Diddy used his industry power to get Wendy fired from Hot 97 and allegedly forced her to leave New York altogether. She later resurfaced in Philadelphia, where she rebuilt her career from scratch, but the damage was done. Jaguar Wright recently doubled down on all this, reminding everyone that Wendy Williams was one of the first to shine a light on what she called the homo thug movement in the industry, exposing rappers who allegedly led double lives while keeping up a hyper-masculine public image. And here's where things get more tangled. There's been long-running street talk that Busta Rhymes and Diddy formed a close bond over their shared secrets. Some sources even claim that the two allegedly exchanged young male partners and ran in the same circles for years, a rumor that continues to spark intense speculation. Although Busta has now visibly distanced himself from Diddy, especially as federal investigations close in, it's well known they were tight for decades. They've been seen together since the 90s, laughing it up with stars like J-Lo, Aaliyah, Hype Williams, and countless others during the height of their careers.
Let me finish. This is the father of the joint venture deals, the label deals, that's right, the production deals. That's right. This is the father. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna big up Dallas Austin because he pulled this all up. But when he did it, it was the complete shifting of the climate. We've never seen it before, the same way. There's been a lot of greatness after. He added to the floors of the skyscraper, he designed the foundation for that skyscraper to stand.
Photos from back in the day show Busta and Diddy looking like close allies, even sharing public moments with Jay-Z and other icons. One viral photo shows Diddy staring at Busta in a way many found unsettling. And that wasn't years ago. Busta was publicly praising Diddy as recently as September 2023, just before Cassie filed her explosive lawsuit. Jaguar Wright's comments circle back to Wendy's old warnings, that these so-called homo thugs weren't just living on the low, but allegedly resorted to threats and violence to keep their image intact. It wasn't just about secrecy, it was about control, and anyone who spoke up often faced harsh consequences. Busta Rhymes and Diddy both have long-standing reputations tied to aggressive behavior. Both have been accused of getting physical with people they assumed wouldn't fight back, men and women alike. Busta's legal issues alone date back almost 2 decades. In 2006, he allegedly assaulted a man who spit on his car. That same year, prosecutors accused him of having a dangerous weapon on hand. Billboard reported that he had a machete stashed in his vehicle. And by 2007, Busta was facing new trouble once again.
I've seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest.
If Busta ever try to film me, hit you with no lanes to what you saying, yo. Silly with that 9 milli, but the killer, yo. Yeah, I can hit better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes' show.
No. Busta Rhymes found himself in legal trouble after being arrested and charged with a misdemeanor for allegedly getting physical with his former driver over a money dispute. Eventually, Busta pleaded guilty to both charges and was sentenced to 3 years of probation. But the problems didn't stop there, because just 2 years later, in 2009, his name hit headlines once again. According to the New York Post, Busta ended up settling with a fan for $75,000 after an incident at one of his concerts. The fan claimed that Busta threw several water bottles at him, and one of Busta's bodyguards punched him in the face. And the reason? Reportedly, the fan stood up to leave when Busta hit the stage. The fan explained that he originally came to see Fela perform, but after realizing Fela wouldn't be showing up, he planned to leave once Busta finished his set. But when he stood up, Busta allegedly shouted, "I'm not good for you," and reacted by dousing him with a bottle of water, then tossing 2 more at him before his bodyguard delivered a punch. That moment added another layer to Busta's long list of aggressive outbursts. And when you look at his long-standing connection with Diddy, the similarities start stacking up. Beyond just anger issues, both artists are now facing disturbing allegations, particularly involving younger men in private spaces. Big Homie CC, a former bodyguard of Busta's, has taken his claims public, and they've caused an uproar online. In a recent appearance on The Art of Dialogue, Big Homie didn't hold back, calling Busta a super zest monster and detailing some of the wild behind-the-scenes stories from his club days. According to Big Homie, Busta allegedly had a habit of sending his crew out to scout attractive young men and bring them to his VIP section during club events. These weren't isolated incidents. Big Homie insists this was a regular routine that everyone in the industry was aware of. He also stated that club promoters knew the drill whenever Busta was scheduled to show up. Word was, if Busta was attending a party, promoters had to be ready. They allegedly lined up a group of young, good-looking men to make sure Busta's section was set up right. These claims have sparked major conversation, especially with the history surrounding both Busta and Diddy. Big Homie CC didn't hold back when sharing details about one particularly wild night at the club. According to him, Busta Rhymes locked eyes on a man who had arrived with actor and model Don Benjamin and another friend, a man who happened to be openly gay. As soon as Busta spotted the guy, things allegedly took a sharp turn. Big Homie claimed that Busta wasted no time, lunging toward the man and pulling him straight into his VIP section. From there, Busta reportedly made it his mission to keep the guy close, not letting him step away for even a moment. According to Big Homie, this wasn't just a one-night situation. This was part of a pattern. He described it as standard behavior. Whenever Busta showed up to a club, promoters, entourage, and insiders allegedly knew what to do. Find the most attractive man in the room and bring him straight to Busta's table. And once Busta locked in, he didn't back off. He was persistent and didn't want his guest wandering around. Big Homie even recalled overhearing Busta say that the man looked cute, adding that Busta was determined to keep him there. This wasn't something that surprised Big Homie. He claimed he's been aware of Busta's private behavior for over a decade. When asked why nobody else in the industry has come forward, Big Homie had a direct answer. Most of them want to keep their own access to the VIP section. That silence, he suggested, isn't about disbelief. It's about not wanting to lose favor. He also brought up another side to Busta's alleged behavior, a pattern of aggression toward women. According to Big Homie, Busta's issues with women go deeper than anger. He even suggested that Busta might hold resentment toward them out of jealousy, adding a whole new layer to the allegations. And this isn't just one man's story causing a stir. Since Big Homie spoke out, several other men have reportedly come forward with similar experiences, all sharing unsettling encounters with Busta Rhymes behind the scenes. These new accounts are now raising bigger questions about what's really been going on all these years. Back in 2020, a social media personality named Trip Ali shared a story on his YouTube channel that quickly caught attention. He claimed that Busta Rhymes allegedly tried to pick him up one night in New York City while he was heading to a Halloween party. According to Trip, the encounter started out casually but took an unexpected turn. Trip said Busta invited him to join his VIP section at a club, and at first, Trip thought it would be a chill experience. He mentioned being excited, thinking it was just a regular party situation. After all, Busta Rhymes was one of his favorite artists at the time. However, things took a turn when Trip got into an argument with a friend who didn't want to go to the event. That disagreement turned physical, and after the altercation, Trip decided not to go to any party at all. His friend ended up leaving him alone in the middle of New York City, and he never made it to Busta's VIP section. In hindsight, Trip admitted maybe that was for the best. Given the growing list of rumors surrounding Busta's alleged club behavior, he suggested it's unclear what could have happened if he had gone. Fast forward to 2021, Busta's name started popping up again in similar conversations. This time, paparazzi photos began circulating, showing him allegedly leaving a gay pride event alongside a well-known trans woman. The images added even more fuel to speculation already swirling around his name. Then came Orlando Brown's explosive claims. In a video that quickly went viral, Orlando alleged that multiple rappers, including Busta Rhymes, Diddy, Drake, Bow Wow, and others, had been involved with him. His accusations sparked another wave of controversy online. Orlando Brown's name has often been met with skepticism due to his documented struggles and unpredictable public appearances. Many dismissed his stories as the result of substance issues or personal instability. But now, with several high-profile figures under scrutiny for serious accusations, people are beginning to reevaluate his past claims. The timing of it all has people asking, was Orlando telling the truth this whole time? Were his rants actually coded warnings about what goes on behind closed doors in the industry? And more importantly, who are the rappers he claims took advantage of him? As more names continue to surface and stories resurface from the past, it's starting to look like these allegations might be part of something much deeper than anyone realized. While many still brush off Orlando Brown's claims as wild or exaggerated, some of his recent interviews have shown a noticeable shift in tone. In those moments, he appears more composed, and if you listen closely and read between the lines, he actually starts to make a lot more sense than people expected. Now, with all these swirling rumors about Busta Rhymes, it was only a matter of time before 50 Cent jumped in with his trademark trolling. The two are set to share the stage soon at the upcoming Humor and Harmony Comedy Festival. But that didn't stop 50 from throwing some playful shade online. He posted a throwback pic of Busta in his iconic yellow leather outfit from the 1999 MTV Video Music Awards. A look that instantly went viral all over again. Not one to stay quiet. Busta fired back by sharing an AI-generated photo of 50 Cent and captioned it with, "I keep telling y'all the blessings don't stop, so we ain't never gonna stop. I thought it was Father's Day, 50 Cent, and you out here looking like this. Don't let me find out this how you be in the mirror preparing your look for Shreveport." Clearly these two are going back and forth for laughs, but not everyone is in the mood for jokes. Some fans think Busta needs to stop dodging and start addressing the serious allegations floating around him. One comment read, "I've heard multiple gay stories on Busta, that he's a bussy snatcher and mistreats men. I remember a show with a gay character dating a DL rapper, and I thought, is this about Busta?" Another fan added, "That's been known for years. What's disturbing is the rumors about him being so self-hating and homophobic that he beats the male workers he's allegedly involved with." That always stuck with me, especially when I see how he talks about women. Now the spotlight is turning up, and fans are waiting to see if Busta will speak out or stay silent. What's your take on everything that's unfolding? Do these claims about Busta Rhymes hold any weight? And do you think Orlando Brown has been speaking real truth all along? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss the next deep dive. Stick around for what's coming next. It's only getting crazier from here.